everyone, in this video I'll be telling you about how to travel after the COVID restrictions have relaxed down a little bit, what are the documents that you required, how often can you expect to get yourself tested, and what are the airport checks, what documents are necessary, can you travel if you're not fully vaccinated yet, can you travel if you are not vaccinated yet at all, and is it even worth traveling if you're not vaccinated with all this hustle and bustle of COVID tests and stuff like that? So, yeah, let's get started. Let's get into the video. I've recently been to Italy, so I'm sharing about my own experience and also any news that I read and the stuff that I've researched about before going to Italy, just like for planning my own trip. So, let's get started. So, if you're traveling from an EU member state, which is basically a European Union country, to another European Union country, then things are pretty easy for you because all you need is one thing, which is EU Digital COVID Certificate. So, EU Digital COVID Certificate is something that attests three of these things. Number one, that you have recently had corona and you have recovered from it, or you have a negative corona test, or you are fully vaccinated. If either of these is true, then COVID EU digital COVID certificate is for you basically. And this is completely free of cost, and this is a really good document that you can just show to the airport authorities and they'll simply let you in. So basically, one thing that you should know is who asks about the corona test and where. So while traveling to Italy, like at the Berlin airport, the person who was assigned for checking us in checked our corona test, my negative corona test, and my friend's vaccination proof. So both of us basically had the EU digital COVID certificate. So they just checked that and they just let us in basically. So it was quite seamless experience. And then once we were in Italy and when we were returning, so the person who was at the airport, basically the airline's executive, he checked our digital certificate. And also, when we landed in Berlin, there were police authorities who also checked our COVID certificate. So, one thing is for sure that this certificate makes things a lot easier for you. Because one thing that we saw that when we were at the airport, at the Bologna airport, basically, Bologna is the city in Italy from where we took our flight back. So, at that airport, I had this digital certificate, which was quite easy, and they just saw it and they just quickly let us go. I think they scanned the QR code. I don't remember what they did, but they just took it and they just let me go. But there was some other person who I saw who was like next to me, and they also were not fully vaccinated, and they just had this negative test from a test center. They didn't have the certificate. So they actually had to like wait, and the person was actually checking that if this is not a forged document and if this is an actual corona test or things like that. They were asking when did you get tested and stuff like that. So definitely getting this certificate makes things easier for you, one thing for sure. Now the next and most important question is how and where do you get this certificate from? So if you're fully vaccinated, after 14 days of your vaccination, you can call or email your doctor to send you the certificate, and they will send you a PDF form of the certificate really quickly. Like most of the doctors send it very quick. In the second case, if you had a corona test recently, then you will obtain the certificate from the person or the agency or the kiosk wherever you get this corona test from. And the normal duration, which has been agreed upon by the EU, is 48 hours for the rapid antigen test and 72 hours for the PCR test. Most of the countries accept PCR test, but some of them also accept rapid antigen test, which is some information that you'll have to actually look up depending on which country you're planning to go to. That was it for this video, and thanks for watching.